Hello and welcome. Today we will be making grilled bananas on the busy streets of Bangkok, Thailand. Grilled bananas are a popular street food in Bangkok, the capital city of Thailand. They are sold by vendors who set up their charcoal pits along the busy sidewalks and markets. The vendor skillfully prepares the food using a large metal charcoal pit, which gives the bananas a smoky and aromatic flavor. Grilled bananas are a delicious treat that can be enjoyed in many parts of the world. But where did they come from? The origin of grilled bananas is not very clear, but some historians believe that they were first invented by the indigenous people of South America who cooked ripe bananas over open fires. They called them platanos asados, which means roasted plantains. The Spanish explorers who arrived in the 16th century were fascinated by this simple but tasty dish, and they brought it back to Europe. There, grilled bananas were introduced to other cuisines such as French, Italian, and Portuguese. This vendor uses what is known as ladyfinger bananas. Ladyfinger bananas are a type of banana that are smaller, sweeter, and firmer than the common Cavendish bananas. They have thin, bright yellow skins and creamy white flesh. Ladyfinger bananas are also ideal for snacking, baking, and making smoothies. Now back to the grilled bananas. The vendor carefully places the peeled bananas on a long metal skewer. He repeats this process until he has filled up several skewers with them. The vendor places the bananas on a long metal skewer ready to be grilled over the charcoal pit. He then places some unpeeled bananas on a grill over the charcoal. He constantly turns and flips them, making sure they are cooked evenly and not burned. Grilled banana vendors are a common sight in Bangkok, especially in the Old Town area where they cater to locals and tourists alike. They usually operate from early morning until late at night and can be found near temples, schools, parks, and shopping malls. The vendors are friendly and cheerful and often chat with their customers while preparing their orders. Some also offer other grilled fruits such as pineapple, mango, and papaya. Grilled banana vendors are part of the vibrant street food culture of Bangkok and provide a delicious and convenient way to enjoy the local produce. The charcoal pit also has a metal lid, which he closes occasionally to trap the heat and smoke inside. This helps to cook the bananas faster and give them a more intense flavor. The lid also prevents the flames from flaring up and burning the bananas. Did you know that grilled bananas are also very popular in other tropical regions, such as Africa, Asia, and the Caribbean? Each culture has its own twist to the recipe, using different spices, sauces, and toppings. Some examples are grilled bananas with honey and cinnamon, grilled bananas with coconut milk and peanuts, and grilled bananas with rum and brown sugar. Perfect for the pirates in the Caribbean in the 17th century. Now we can see the vendor making a silky caramel sauce, the perfect condiment for our grilled bananas. Once the bananas are grilled thoroughly, they can be removed from the heat. The peeled bananas can be opened slightly while still keeping the skin on. This makes for an excellent presentation when he sells them at his stall. The peeled bananas should also look the part. He makes sure any burn patches are cut off. The peeled bananas are then flattened and cut into chunks. They are then put onto a small wooden skewer ready for customers. The chunks can also be sold loose in bags. Today, grilled bananas are a popular dessert that can be found in many restaurants and street stalls around the world. These are easy to make as they only require ripe bananas and a heat source. They are satisfying as they fill up the stomach and satisfy the sweet tooth. Grilled bananas are a great way to enjoy the natural sweetness of this versatile fruit, which can be paired with various toppings and sauces to create different flavors and textures. So the next time you're in Bangkok, Thailand, keep your eyes peeled for a grilled banana vendor. Today we are taking a trip to Bangwa-dong, Seoul, South Korea. to visit Bangs Inn Market and a bakery that specializes in Castella cakes. They are sometimes called jiggly cakes or even sponge cakes because they are always tall and fluffy. Everyone loves cake, and almost everybody loves chocolate. In this recap, we will see how a chocolate-rich Castella cake is made from scratch. Start with chickens because you will need them to lay 120 eggs that start this recipe. These eggs are cracked open in the quickest, cleanest, most mesmerizing way I have ever seen. This dude is almost like a magician the way he does it. When I crack an egg, there's usually a shell I have to pick out, and it makes a mess all over the side of the bowl. But not this guy. Slowly he removes the yolks from the container and delicately places them in another. He does this with such care, like they're his babies. Okay, which came first, the chicken or the egg? The answer is the chicken, who had a DNA mutation in its cells, making the first shelled egg pass on its own genes. And now you know. For one cake, 30 egg whites are put in a bowl, and lemon juice is poured onto to denature the proteins so they break apart more easily. Before mixing, a dab of baking soda is added to neutralize the work of the acidic lemon juice, and sugar is added. While this is mixing, the yolks are put in a bowl, and a liter of whole milk is added. Wow, what pretty designs it makes! Especially after the vegetable oil is mixed in. It looks like mini egg volcanoes are going off. The cake flour is hand sifted, giving it uniform surface area and added to the egg mix. Pure cocoa powder from the roasted cacao bean is added along with powdered chocolate. The difference is the chocolate powder is made from cocoa with other ingredients such as milk, sugar, and cream. Finally, the Nutella, which is made from hazelnuts, palm oil, sugar, and cacao powder along with some trace ingredients. Use of cacao for foods, even candies, has been around for 4,000 years, and it started in Mexico. Cacao plants are native to Mesoamerica, where they were used in a variety of food, beverage, and religious ceremonies, and as a currency. Chocolate as we know it wasn't created until the Europeans arrived in the 16th century and began mixing the cacao with sugar and milk. The rest is history, as it is the favorite candy around the world. Okay, now back to the bakery. This all goes under the mixer and is slowly combined. 2 more eggs are added and they speed it up. While the egg whites have been mixed up to a fluffy froth, the chocolate batter is added and then hand stirred. The air bubbles are removed, and with the spatula the surface is evenly spread out. When it's not quite baked through, the semi-sweet dark chocolate chips are added. Paper is lined in the trays so that no part of the cake needs to be cut out, for this might break it. When it is done, this strong chef lifts it over his head and flips it. Look how bouncy it is. Imagine if you were smaller. You could jump all over it like a trampoline. He then flips it again. Traditionally, the Castella cakes must be 27 centimeters long. So the chef uses a meter stick to make sure it's exact and evenly cut. While still smoking hot, the cake is cut in half, and then into fifths to make 10 cakes to box and sell. This is one tall, jiggly chunk of fluffy chocolate delight. A suggested serving is to slice and add lots of fresh dipping cream in between. This looks like fun to eat. It's pretty hard, though, not to get your face all full of melted chocolate and a cream mustache. I'm thinking ice cream mixed in. How about cherries in a thick syrup? I suppose with all that chocolatey flavor, just having that with a glass of milk or coffee would be a delight. We hope you liked this video, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel to be notified about when our next video is posted. Bon appetit!